Yeah, we're not now. Yeah, wait, is this the show?
Dude, I think it is. The problem is, I just spilled omelet everywhere. Like, it's on my shirt. How'd it get on my computer screen? Because it's on my computer screen now, and I think it's on my. Yeah, it's on. Oh man, it's everywhere.
Oh my god.
These are the dangers of eating an omelet Rito.
Oh man. Um. Yeah, so you were late.
Yeah, I was making this omelet Rito though, and I was spilled
So
everywhere.
the thing is, though, we decided on a time, and then you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna make it a later time." Oh my god.
Okay, you said 5, and I was like, okay, give me 5:15.
And
Because
I
I
was
want
like,
to
"All
make an
right, that's
omelet.
fine." And then you were like, "Actually, I think I can do 5," and so I was here at 5, and here you are at 5:27.
I was here at 5:20 though. Come on.
I mean,
Which
fine.
on Dave time is basically on time.
God. How are you?
I am satiating my hunger,
All right.
so I'm pretty good.
Okay. Aside from the fact that you've got egg all over your body.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
I,
Um. So you came to visit me.
yeah, yeah.
You
Oh,
came.
dude,
You
we're
came and
talking.
saw me. You saw who I am, and
Yeah, dude, we hung out for the first time in, like, what, 4 years? Like, I don't know.
oh my God, literally an entire presidency worth of
Yeah, dude,
time.
literally a whole Obama. Can Obama please be a new unit of time? One
Wouldn't that
Obama.
be? Wouldn't that be like an like an 8-cent piece or something? Because it's like 2 terms and it's change.
You made the ace. I was like, what is he? What? And then you said the last word, and it was funny.
Dude, it's hope we can believe it.
And dude, it's currency we can believe in.
I have to tell you about earlier today. I have to tell you about what happened at work
Dude, what happened at work?
because, well, today I got the pleasure of teaching some wealthy older tech illiterate real estate agents how to use Facebook.
Ooh. That
Yeah,
must
I
have
got
been
to
fun.
I got to teach older people how to use the computer and got paid for it.
How do you do the social networks?
Well, so it was more than just how to do the social network. So it started off like because I'm so new in this position as tech coordinator. That's my title, by the way. I'm a tech coordinator. Um,
Shoutouts.
shout outs to coordinating. Shout outs to my employer for giving me money for
Dude,
starting.
right? I can't
But
wait to have that kind of gig.
oh man, boy, do you even know what it's like to be employed? Boy, let me tell you. Anyway, so, but it started off as like the office likes to offer their agents all of these like trainings and services and stuff, basically all sorts of stuff to help them do whatever they want to do with their real estate career. And they decided, hey, you're younger than 30 years old. Why don't you help? Why don't you do Q&A following the social media class? And I was like, all right, sounds fun. And so I went, and the social media class was using social media as a tool for real estate success or something like that. And it was like a packet, and it was like, these are examples
Oh,
of things
dude.
that you as a real estate agent can post to your friends and family. Listings, deals of the day, inspirational quotes. I am a real estate agent and I am proud, etc. It's like, and I was like, all right, okay. And then after that, it was like everybody's like, so how do I block people on Facebook? Because I'm worried about people looking at my pictures of my cat. And I was like, well, this is how you block people. This is how you turn off all those annoying emails. And if you're interested in actually advancing your career, this is how you make a business page and pay for advertising and all of those things. And they were like, oh, okay, okay. But how is that different from a normal Facebook page? I was like, well, it's a business page. There's completely different settings. You use your same login, but it's a business page. And like, oh, okay, okay.
Right.
Okay. Wait, how do I block people again? And that's what it was for 2 hours.
Dude, I'm not surprised.
But it was great. Like it was great. Like they're great people. They're very nice. They're just kind of have to repeat things.
Yeah.
You know.
Tech
Anyway, so
literacy
that's how my
is
day
something.
was. That's how my day's been so far.
My day's been mostly omelet centric.
Okay. When did you wake up?
I woke up late.
When did you wake up? And don't tell me Pacific time again. I want to know Eastern Standard Time.
I woke up late, okay? I woke up
Alright.
later than a teenage girl in the inner city, alright?
Alright.
Is that not okay to say on this show?
Dude, whatever. Dude, it's our show. I don't care.
That.
What are we editing for content now?
Do we ever edit anything?
Are we censoring for our audience? No, dude. Slap a not safe for work tag on there.
Not safe for life.
Not safe for life. NSFL. NSFLOL.
Anyway,
God.
how are you, Daniel?
How
You asked
am
me how I
I?
was, and I told you about my omelet Rito. But how are you?
Well, let's see. How am I? That's a complicated question with a lot of answers.
Limit
I'm good.
your answer to three answers.
Yes. All right. Step 0. I'm alive. Okay. There we go. Now that we're good.
The fundamental, the fundamental prerequisite of being or doing.
As
How
far
are you
as the
doing?
house
Well,
is concerned, I'm doing well. I'm actually doing well. I'm doing okay. I am hanging in there, as it were. I have not yet consumed all of the beer that you left at my house.
and that is three.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. You keep going.
No, I'm done. No, that's it.
All right.
I got it.
You're hanging in there, as it were, as the proverbial proverb goes.
We're so wise.
Dude, we're so sage.
The wisest of
We're
all
also
the
so
pigs.
paprika
Oh my
and
god.
allspice. Dude, if you were a spice girl, what spice would you be?
I don't know. Only time would tell.
Oh, oh, oh.
I don't know. I think I would be Spice Girl Saffron or something.
You mean saffron spice?
Is that
Was that because you're just filled with so much color?
yes?
Okay.
Oh, that's a joke. Oh, that's because I'm African, isn't it?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't saffron used almost primarily?
Dude, I don't fucking know what saffron is.
I'm pretty sure it has very little flavor and is almost used very much just to color things. But I could be wrong.
Entirely possible. That's
It's almost like I have the possibility to Google it right here, but I'm too lazy to.
you know we're not allowed to use web browsers when we're on the show.
So I may have to close it because this web broadcast is in a web browser.
No, you can use the broadcast. Oh my god, you're not allowed to use additional tabs because it's distracting. It takes away from the organic. See, as a social media expert and
As someone who has
podcasting,
now officially led a social media Q&A on Facebook, I am qualified to say.
And as a podcasting veteran of 2 weeks, I would like to inform you that I know all about how to make your conversation seem organic and fertilized and properly watered and left in the sun.
So, speaking of organic,
Okay.
now let's talk about which spice I would be.
Okay. What spice would you be?
Maybe I'd be cinnamon spice.
Okay.
Really like cinnamon. I have no
Knowing
basis on
you.
like the
Okay, wait a second.
personification of cinnamon and why it
Wait.
relates to me, but
Okay, so wait, hang on. I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere with this.
hmm,
If you were a Spice Girl, would you be a white girl?
that's a good question.
Okay.
Sure, I
We're
have to
gonna
be.
because you're actually white. I'm gonna assume yes.
Yeah, I think I have to be.
And
So I think
so,
I'm Vanilla Spice.
what is stopping you from being Pumpkin Spice?
Oh, oh my god, dude! I could be every white girl's dream. I could literally be Pumpkin Spice.
You could be Pumpkin Spice. You could be a latte in a
Dude,
shiny
no
outfit.
longer would Pumpkin Spice be limited to the season of August through October, which is not even really a season. It's just the pumpkin time. But
It's the autumnal region.
dude, it could be Pumpkin Spice year round. All you have to do is
Mm,
follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and also hashtag me all the time.
yeah. Don't forget to network with me on LinkedIn.
And remember, guys, only my true fans, only my true Pumpkin Spice fans, follow me on Facebook. So if you
So,
don't, you're a whore.
wow. Um, something, Pumpkin Spice, something Cinderella. See where I'm going with this?
You lost me.
Fairy godmother turns the pumpkin into a no. All right, never mind.
Yeah, but
No, doesn't.
yo,
No. There's no connection there.
no, there isn't. But that segues into another great topic. Favorite Disney movie?
What's my favorite Disney movie?
Yeah.
Um, God, which one is the one where
And why
Walt
is it
Disney is
Hercules?
racist?
Or what?
Which one is the one where Walt Disney is racist?
Isn't that all of them? Like everyone made before like 1992.
I think you're right. Did you? Okay, wait. Can we talk about older Disney movies for a second? Have you seen some of the older Disney movies? Snow White, Pinocchio.
So I'm gonna be
Etc.
honest. I like
Yeah.
haven't like I've seen like the clips and like I've seen like the still images and things like that, but I like never sat down and seen like the whole movie or like
Really?
almost any of them.
I find that interesting. I think you would hate them.
It's probably true.
First off, I think Pinocchio was, not to mention the name of the whale in my description of how, I think it was a monstrosity. I think that the whale's name is Monstro. I think Pinocchio
Oh,
was
I thought it
really
was City.
bad. I think it was creepy, and the art was a little spooky, and I don't think it had very good morals. Uh, there was Pinocchio was a lying sack of crap,
Yeah.
and it didn't make me feel good when it came to a Disney ending.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it like okay? So there's some guy. I think his name is Jehovah or something, right? Maybe he.
Oh you mean the Jehovah's Witness that tried to evangelize to a whale?
Yeah. Anyway, so there's this Jehovah's Witness, and he like wants a son really badly, but like for some reason Jehovah's Witnesses aren't allowed to procreate. So like he can't have a son. So instead he somehow Jiminy Crickets a puppet to life.
Oh, you're actually talking about the origin stories of Pinocchio. Oh, I see. Um,
Yes.
are you actually making that up, or was Geppetto actually like a Jehovah's Witness?
Oh, so he's a pedophile, not Jehovah's Witness.
Geppetto. Is that why he made wooden puppets of little boys?
Dude, their noses could grow.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
like I'm not gonna say what you can do with that kind of technology, but you can do something.
Uh, my god.
Mostly you can like just like hold him in your lap and then just
Right.
like make him tell lies, and then his nose grows until all of a sudden he turns on the TV, and then like bam, now I invented
I
the
have
first remote control.
I have deep-rooted problems with ventriloquism.
So, is that why you think it's so creepy?
Maybe it could be. I think ventriloquism. I think puppets are creepy. I think ventriloquism is weird and not actually a skill. Um, I
Yeah, I
think
kind of see what you're saying.
that what?
I kind of see what you're saying in terms of the like, yeah.
in terms of having value to society, I think it's just an absolute waste of time.
Yeah.
But
I
that's
mean,
just
'cause
me, you know.
the thing that I think is like so interesting is that so okay, so I mean something for some reason the first thing that came in my mind as a comparison to like stage ventriloquism is stage magic.
Okay.
Right? And it's like with stage magic, you watch a magician do his thing, and like you genuinely don't know how he does it. Right?
Right.
Like sometimes if you're really savvy on magic, you can figure it out, you can have some ideas, but you really don't know. And like that's why they're good. That's why it's a thing. That's why it's entertaining.
That's
Right?
why there's a code and magician's secret and
Yeah, yeah, and you know that's why they all suck each other's dicks. But
yeah. But
but
where did the dick come from?
first the answer dildo, Dave. But with
Okay.
ventriloquism, we're just really just not safe for work today, and it's like 90% my fault. I apologize.
No, dude, that's okay.
We'll just
we'll edit
censor
it in
it in
post.
post
We'll edit
production.
it. We'll
Everyone
actually
knows that
edit this
keeping
one.
things out makes it more funny anyway.
Yeah.
But with ventriloquism, like you know exactly what they're doing, and yet like, and they know that you know what they're doing, but they're still up there doing it like you don't know what they're doing. Like, how
Yeah.
am I making this guy talk? Oh, I have no idea. Like, you don't know. It's just weird to me. And like, even like the best ventriloquists ever, you look at them and like, it's
You can tell.
you
You can see.
yeah, like they're subtle about it. It's impressive that they can make those noises while moving their mouth that little, but it's still like very obvious
Yeah.
or like fairly obvious. And
Well, I
so
mean,
it's just like weird that it's like we're all just going along with this guy so he can like tell us jokes or whatever.
that's the other thing. Like, I mean, like a ventriloquist that was like really good at throwing his voice, but wasn't actually like entertaining or funny. Wouldn't that would that be like the most useless combination of skills? Is like, oh, I can make this puppet talk and I can put on a show, but I don't actually have anything to say, and the puppet doesn't have anything to say. So 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 I spent all this time practicing, and I'm just not a good showman.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess like ventriloquism is really just like a medium for comedy is the thing.
it's
And
gotta
like
be.
in
I
that
mean,
way I guess it's like valuable. Well, not necessarily inherently, but
I'm pretty sure if like we had to lose everything, like if there was like the apocalypse, or if there was like a The Last of Us sort of situation where like take only what you need, take your valuables, the infection or whatever. I'm pretty sure I'd be okay with losing the archive of ventriloquism for dummies. Like I don't think we
yeah.
would need that.
Yeah. Now stage comedy is a different story, but
Stage
ventriloquism
comedy, dude. Stage comedy will save your life.
did it absolutely well. It saved our morale in World War II. That's why we send comedians over to Europe. I'm
Is that
not
really
actually
what?
sure. Someone should fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's something we did.
Dude, it sounds good enough for me to believe you.
Right? I mean, we sent Captain America over, right?
I mean,
So
we send apparently we sent Louis C.K. over. So I don't know why that's
sounds like
he's
a
not
terrible
he's,
idea. Louis
he's
C.K.
not a very moralizing.
and he's like, you know, what's even the point of living? Everything's just such crap or something, and just like
God.
people are disgusted, and just I mean, he'd just be like
And of
up
course,
there being a cynic, and everyone's like, that's a good point, and just like everyone turns their guns on themselves, and just that's it. And he's like, well, that's how to go out with a bang.
oh my God, don't make me say it. Don't make me say it. Both Joan Rivers and Robin Williams were on that show.
Were they really?
Yeah,
I knew Joan Rivers
there
was.
was an entire episode with Robin Williams. The Robin Williams episode was about like one of their like one of their hypothetical friends dying.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
dude, that's spooky.
it's a little spooky. Basically, to synopsize without giving spoilers, is apparently in the episode.
Does the show Louis like have anything to warrant like spoiler alert? Really?
No, well, kind of, because it's like it
Hey,
kind of lives off shock humor.
okay. All right, continue.
I mean, basically, like the premise is like there's just this guy, This is like he was really hated by everybody in like the community, and nobody went to his funeral except for like Louis C.K. and Robin Williams. And it's like raining, and he's like in like like a crappy wooden box. He's like being buried like by the state or something. And just like nobody liked him, and he was there because basically nobody else was gonna go. And they talk about it afterwards, and like stuff happens. And that's that's the gist of it. But like, yeah, nobody liked him, and so he died alone. But he didn't die alone because because he was going to die alone. He did not die alone. There's a lesson in that somewhere.
Somewhere.
This is not interesting.
It does remind me of one thing.
Okay.
Tangentially.
Well, please save me.
There was, so, I think Robin Williams died like on like what, it was like Monday or Tuesday or something, right? If I remember correctly.
It's been so long now.
Really?
Internet time.
Anyway, I think it was like somewhere early in the week, and it was this was when I was still working at camp, and like the Thursday prior.
Don't you think that the viewers have had enough camp stories?
Well, I mean, this is just so that because there's a coworker involved, and because I sit down, as we all know.
Oh my!
You know, I wanted to add some level of believability, so like, Dave, you don't actually have a job.
All right, go ahead and tell me about your camp
I don't believe your story anymore. So, like the Thursday or something prior to Robin Williams passing, which was only about 4 days prior, or 4 or 5 days. Like me and a coworker were randomly talking about Robin Williams, like completely out of the blue. And what he told me was something along the lines of, like, yeah, Robin Williams would have like quit acting years ago, and like stopped working if he didn't have so many illegitimate children that he has to pay child support for. And like, I have no idea whether or not that's like a validated statement, like if that's kind of true or not. I like have no idea.
Wow, that's actually that's an interesting thought technology. Like, wait, so like there's a lot of people that and they say like, you know, I'm doing it because I love the art, or I'm Morgan Freeman and I'm continuing to work because people still love my voice, or you know, whatever, right? But I mean, maybe they just can't responsibly rap it before they slap it, you know? Like maybe they're just like, stop sleeping with interns, you guys.
Dude, those comedy interns. What can you say?
Comedy intern. Comedy intern sounds like the worst thing to put on your resume. Like when you're applying for like a semi-serious job, it was like, oh, okay, oh, you went to this high school, or you went to college, okay, and you did an internship at comedy.
No, you did a internship at like the Laugh Factory or something, like some you know, like some club, like comedy.
Yeah, no, the Laugh Factory. I like that. I
think that's real.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm not that original. Anyway.
Yeah. Boy.
But circling back to my original story,
aren't we both really just interns in comedy?
Aren't we all just really interns? Don't we all really just get people coffee? Oh wait, no, that's just people at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, but at least they have a job.
Dude, that could be my job. That could be my life. Or I could set my sights even higher. I could be a barista. Okay?
Dude, but you could be a barista with a degree.
Isn't that all of them? Well, I could be the only one with an art degree.
It's funny because arts degrees are #use. Okay, your story.
Wow. Dude, you just straight fired shots like right into the audience.
Yeah,
audience 0. Shut up. Rest in peace, audience, man.
RIP.
Anyway.
Say hi to Joan and Robin when you... Okay, your story.
Wow. So, it was just like really creepy because completely out of the blue we were talking about Robin Williams like a solid 10 or 15 minutes. And then like 4 days later, and this is like the first time I've like talked to somebody about Robin Williams for like any reason in the past like 2 or 3 years, right? Like there's no real reason to just like randomly talk about Robin Williams, and like 4 or 5 days later, like he dies, and it was just like really creepy. It was like, whoa, I was just talking about this dude last week. This is like weird.
I mean, how many illegitimate children do you have to have in order to? Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna finish the thought. So how's Cleveland?
It's yeah.
How is the weather in Cleveland?
It's like hot outside because
Okay.
it's the summer and it's muggy.
Right. It's been muggy here. It's been pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean we basically have the same weather.
Yeah, well, we get it because of the way fronts go. We get it like 3 days later than you. And by 3 days, I mean a day.
I was gonna say like what?
Yeah.
So
So we get whatever you guys are experiencing like the next day.
yeah, which is reasonable. But it was funny because, well, not, this is kind of tangentially related. Again, this episode should be called Dave and His Tangents. Anyway, when I was in Pittsburgh,
title.
dude, shoutouts. Work the title in there somehow, right?
No, I mean like a title, like the name of our show.
Oh
Call it
god.
Tangents.
Oh man. Or just tan. Anyway.
COSX. All right.
Over sign, race to the negative line. So.
Will it diverge? No one knows.
The limit does not exist. God damn it, Lindsay Lohan. You're such a crack addict. Anyway, when I was in school in Pittsburgh, my mom...
Dave, the answer is blank.
The great part is, like, anyone who watches this show will probably get that. And then no one else will.
Alright, tell me your super serious bit, your story.
Okay. So, when I was in school in Pittsburgh, my mom, in Massachusetts, would ask me, like, how's the weather? And I'm going to be like, I don't know, it's, like, bad, or, like, oh, it's been, like, fine, or something. She'd be like, oh, really? Like, you didn't get hit with, like, this massive storm? And I'd be like, no. And she's like, oh, because we had, like, a massive storm 2 days ago. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, like, we're on different parts of, like, the coast. So, like, I understand, like, weather is, like, kind of similar, but she's like, yeah, we had some really bad rain yesterday, like, thought you'd get it. And then they'll just, like, we didn't. She's like, oh, okay. This happens, like, a lot. Or I'd be like, yeah, it rained. She'd be like, oh, it didn't rain for us. That's weird. I don't know why you got rain. I'm just, it's like, what? That's not really how, like, weather works. It doesn't just, like, travel across the world and just, like, one region just inherits another region's weather from the previous day. It's not exactly how that works.
It's like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, man, I haven't heard from you in a while. You're on that missionary trip, huh? Oh, the Sahara Desert. Yeah, how's the weather there? Oh, really? Oh, you didn't get any of the snow that we're having? That's so strange.
Right? Oh, my God. My brother actually did a mission trip.
Your brother did?
Yeah.
Wait, is this the same brother that is better looking, is better at everything? Oh no, that's Eric's brother. Is this the one that figure skates?
Yes, this was the one that figure skates.
Okay.
Yeah, in college, he went to a Catholic school, and he did a mission trip to Africa, like hardcore legit skis.
Okay.
Yeah. He was there for, was it a week? A week and a half or two? I think it was like a week to a week and a half.
Okay.
Doing like the whole orphanage thing. Pretty legit.
Oh, so he's got like a minor in orphans. At this point, right?
What?
Or did he just intern at orphanage?
God. Yeah, but on an internship at orphan. I'm sorry, At an orphanage? No, it was at orphanage.
Uh,
No, his minor was actually in, I believe it was Eastern Asian Studies or Southeastern Asian. I don't know.
okay. Well, I mean, Asia's big, so I'll give him a pass on that.
Hmm. Hmm. The thing is, Asia's not in Africa. Little do you know.
Wait. So are you telling me?
Am I telling you what, Dolan?
Asia's not in Africa. Um.
Yeah, Asia is not in the country Africa, believe it or not.
Okay. All right.
The city of Asia is not in the country of Africa. It is next to Europe, and its capital.
The capital of Europe, which is Vatican
The
City.
capital of Europe is Germany. Is what?
Vatican City.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Well, because like the capital of the United States has to be a city that's independent of all the other states.
Hmm. Hmm.
And Vatican City is a country, technically.
So I'm pretty sure the reason why that is just so like no one like they're like we can't have any one state feeling particularly special.
Yeah.
So like we'll just make this convoluted system where like it's not in any state. Yeah.
My thing is, why does the capital have to be on the coast? And why can't it be landlocked where it is safer? Like, I understand the need for it back in, like, the 1800s, but, like, they should move it.
That's actually a very valid point. Should we put it in like the middle of nowhere where like no one's like because the thing is, right, if you bomb
A secret capital, you're saying?
well, not like secret, but just like
Dude, put the capital in a different country.
dude, what safer place to put our capital in right in the middle of Russia? We'll never bomb it there. Like Russians can never get us if we're in Russia. They won't
put it
bomb
in,
our own
to
land.
put it in Canada.
Dude, we could put it in is it Pyongyang? Just rent out a building in Pyongyang.
Hey, North Korea, we're gonna liberate about 50,000 square feet of your country, and just put a capital here. How does that sound?
Like, could we just like paint like an American flag just like on the entire like area that just makes up that? Just have a giant American flag.
I'm a super big fan. I'm a super big fan of moving Washington D.C. to the moon.
Dude, shoutouts.
Because
I mean, the problem is rest in peace NASA, right? Like that's the big issue here. We have to send all of our people up on like the Russian spaceships, and I don't think that they'd be particularly.
No. Because most of space travel and most of space flight has been privatized now, and by most of it I mean some of
it's
it.
getting
by
there.
Some of it I mean like 2% of it, but I mean.
You mean like it's in the works?
Privatization is the American dream. There's nothing more American.
I mean, no. This depends. Are we talking about Obama's dream, or are we talking about the South's dream? If you're talking about Obama's dream, then privatization is not the dream.
Well, no, but he's also a liberal, so.
Did we just get way too political for a podcast right now?
Probably. I mean, we're also we're not really future-proofing it very well because we're talking about Obama. And so, people hundreds of years from now aren't going to be able to enjoy or appreciate the show because we're talking about.
Because this podcast is literally going to be around for hundreds of years.
I mean, you don't know.
You don't know our life. You don't know our lifespans.
You don't know what's going to be popular.
I mean, it's probably going to be this podcast.
All right. So
it's
speaking
so popular,
of things
it's going to be a popcast.
Speaking of things that aren't at all relevant to the current time of which you listen to it. Did you see the trailer that I posted about? Did you see the 3DS Smash trailer that I posted?
No. Wait. Wait. I did. Yes, I did. But before we get to that, that is a very important topic, and you're very right. But there are a couple things I still want to circle back to on this Washington.
Why don't you circle back to them?
Can I do it right now?
Yes, you can do it right now.
Oh, dude, the power of the circle. Okay. So, I think you raise a very valid point. It's very exposed in, having the capital right in the middle of such a dense
we're still talking
area.
about All right, okay. We're on
Right?
All right, go ahead.
And I think you raise a very valid point. So, if we moved it to somewhere smack in the middle of North Dakota or Oklahoma or something, right? If people want to attack it, one, it's that much harder to get there. or like we have that much more time to like shoot down a missile or
Yes,
whatever.
they got like four words: surface to air missiles.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
Do you know
And
how much coast there is gonna be between our enemies and the capital? Do you know how much ground they would have to cover? Do you know how much airspace their planes would have to fly over to get to our capital in North Dakota?
exactly, unless they come from Canada, in which case we're fucked.
Well, I mean, we're just gonna annex Canada soon anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
I mean, I've already I've already annexed part of Canada, if you know.
Oh.
Uh, disclaimer: future proofing. My wife is Canadian. If she's still my wife by the time you're listening to this.
Yeah. So and then we somehow managed to like bomb like the capital. Like there's nothing in North Dakota anyway, or like it was in Oklahoma. Like it doesn't matter. There's nothing there.
Like if we
Like
lose
at,
North
at worst,
Dakota,
like if it's in Oklahoma, like at worst you destroy like 2 corn farms. Like that's it. Like if you nuke the capital, like at worst there's like 2 corn farms gone, and like that's it. And like if it's in North Dakota, I don't even know what you're missing. Like what, a couple ice rinks? Like
well, see, this is the thing. The thing about having it in North Dakota or even South Dakota is that if you lose one, you still have another Dakota.
Oh my God, you're right.
You
can always just take South Dakota. Yeah, split it in half, and then you have like North South Dakota and South Dakota.
You'll have the American dream,
which is privatization. Circling all the way back.
Shoot.
I wonder if like every time like a business is privatized, if like Karl Marx just like rolls over in his grave.
Oh my God. Probably.
Dude, shoutouts to Marx.
Dude, shoutouts to Freud. You know, because penis envy.
I thought you were talking about the magician, or the tiger guy, whatever his name.
No, I think you're thinking of David Blaine.
No, wait, it's the actual name like Siegfried and Freud. Do you know what I'm talking about? Or do you actually have no idea?
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but not well enough to talk about it.
So there was a very famous, I believe it was a Las Vegas like stage act, where I don't think they were really magicians, just as much as they were like tiger tamers.
Okay.
And it was Siegfried and Roy, I think was the name. Unless I'm just like totally wrong. Actually, I remember going to Google this. It was Siegfried and Roy. But I want to be totally wrong. So, and their thing was like they would have these trained tigers and they would perform different stunts with them. And I think one of the most common things they would do is they would do the very kind of classical thing where like you take the tiger's mouth and you kind of open it and you stick your head in the tiger's mouth.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Look, it's not going to eat me or something because it's been well trained and know that like we'll shoot it if we don't do that. Yay! And people are like, oh my God, that's amazing! You trained an animal. And they did this show for many years and they were very famous. And then one of them, I believe, somewhere on the order of like 8-10 years ago, pretty sure died doing their act.
Are you talking about Siegfried and Roy?
Yes, that's what I said at the beginning.
Yeah. No, I know.
Now it's clicked for you.
No, actually, our one viewer sent me a message saying Siegfried and Roy and tigers.
Okay, but yeah, so that's a thing.
That's cool.
Where was I going?
No, it is. I don't know where you were going with that.
Oh, I was talking about Siegfried and Freud.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's any tiger penis envy in this show.
I mean, have you seen them? Or
I have 2 cats. Thank you very much.
Okay. Because I haven't. I don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah, cat penises are kind of scary. They're spiky. Did you know that?
I really don't want to talk about this. I don't like where this is going.
Okay, all right. They're
Sounds
barbed.
like something out of a
They're
Japanese
barbed
comic.
to ensure like proper like mating procedures can occur.
Said I didn't want to talk about this, and you proceeded to talk about this. But yes.
Barbed.
Stop it! start calling you Barbara.
Barbara Streisand. Speaking of homosexuality,
Wow. Yes.
I
Wait.
actually have nothing.
Is she?
No, what? No, that's just the stereotype that I thought there was a stereotype that
Is she
that
like the
part
female
of
reporter or something?
that part. No, she's a.
Who is
Never
she?
mind. No, no. Well, music. She's an artist
Oh,
in
okay.
the music genre.
In the music genre. Yeah, 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 the classic music genre.
Yeah, yeah, one of
Of
them.
cat penises.
Is that a show title? Barbed cat penises.
I think it's just Barbara.
Barb. I'm sorry to the Barbaras out there, but I don't think Barbara is a very good name.
Dude, my grandma's name is Barbara. Fuck you.
Why don't you go tell her she has a bad name?
God. So I used to get confused when I was little. There was a street. It was like Barbara Road or something, like in my
Okay.
town. And I would think I was like 16 at the time. And so I like was like at an age where I should have known. Or no, I wasn't that old. But I was like 12 or 13, definitely. And somehow I had to tell my mom. I was like, yeah, we're on. Because I think I was in the car with my dad. And she's like, where are you? I was like, oh, we just passed like Barbara Street. But I hadn't ever really seen Barbara spelled out. And so I pronounced it Barbara.
Uh-huh.
And my mom was just like, what? I'm like, Barbara Street, we just passed it. I was like, and now we passed like Davidson Street. And she's like, do you mean Barbara Street? And I'm like, is that how you pronounce it? She's like,
Oh my God.
your grandma's name is Barbara. I'm just like, oh yeah, it was a very bad moment. My
There's
mom
so
lost a
many-
lot of respect for me.
There's so many things like that. Like,
Shouts to English.
dude, shout outs to English, right? I can't think of any specific examples right now because shout outs to English. But I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. So
Did you know that feel? That feel.gif.
I know that feeling. I accidentally said that earlier. So it was like, there's so many ads on Facebook, and I just impulsively said, I know that feel. Just to like an older lady, like an older real estate lady.
See, I thought you were going to say you were like, oh, that feel.jpg, and they would have been like, I know that feel isn't that bad.
Dude, that feel.4chan.
Dude, okay, we should talk about the hacker 4chan.
Did you see the thing I sent you in the thing?
What?
I am the hacker 4chan asking
Oh
anything.
my god, yeah. Dude, I loved when the whole celebrity photo leak happened, and the thing that just simultaneously was very entertaining to me, and like also just very sad, was aside from, the new photos, I'm just kidding, no. But the fact that whenever like the classical media outlets like tried to talk about it, like they just had no idea what 4chan was.
I know.
Like they just had no idea and they couldn't talk about it. Like there was something on NPR.
You'd think they know by now, right?
Right? Like you think they'd figured it out. But there was like NPR and they were like talking
Wait,
about
you listen to
4chan.
wait. You listen to NPR?
Brenna listens to NPR and I was driving her car and it was still on the station.
Oh, I see. But you're still unemployed. Okay, continue.
Thank you. Yes. So I was an unemployed man listening to NPR.
Okay, just making sure. Because
And
you're the
they were
1%.
No, dude, I'm like the 9% of unemployment.
No,
Shout out to
unemployed
Obama.
people that listen to NPR.
Oh, God. Anyway, and they were talking about, the photo leak, and they're like, and they're talking about 4chan on it, and so they brought in like this lady to talk about 4chan, and they're like she's like studying 4chan or whatever. Like they gave her some like bullshit, NPR introduction about like that qualifies her to talk about 4chan, which already to me is like this is a red flag. Like anyone who's qualified to talk about 4chan shouldn't be on NPR in the first place. So
I
let's
want
get
to
him
be
out.
the 4chan correspondent.
NPR's
I think
4chan
my
correspondent.
job.
That would be amazing.
I want to be the not the like the chief reporter, like the first guy on the 4chan scene.
The
I want
first
to
guy
be
to open
like,
up Slash B when shit goes down. The guys, I was there. I'm here right now on Slash B, following the threads, and oh man, OP is a faggot. Like, just in.
you
I'm
change
getting
AP
word.
from a.
I'm getting word. Wait, yeah, yes. Is OP is a faggot? Yes.
You change Associated Press to Anonymous Press.
Oh my god. But that brings me perfectly back to my point. So NPR was talking. They brought this lady to talk about 4chan.
Yeah.
She was like, you might know 4chan from the hacker group Anonymous. And like Anonymous is all about, they do like hacking things in the name of they think like, internet security is really weak and they kind of do it to show it.
Of
And
course.
for they're like all for privacy and better security and things like that. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, that's more or less correct. And she's like, and that stemmed from 4chan. And now, like, this, celebrity photo leak thing is, like, happening all over 4chan. And so 4chan really has this, like, paradoxical identity of the fact that they have this anonymous group that really stands up for internet privacy and security, yet they're, they have these hackers who are, taking people's private photos and sharing the internet, and, like, it's really just a paradox of existence. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is very
like,
simple.
yes, there is like a subset of like people probably like loosely associated with 4chan who are the hacker group Anonymous, and like yes, there are people who shared like these stolen photos on 4chan. That doesn't give 4chan like a paradox of existence or identity.
I mean,
God.
like the problem is like she's exactly right, but for none of the reasons that she thinks she is. Because of course 4chan is a paradox. Like 4chan is just a cesspool. Like it's awful. But
Does that make it a paradox?
I mean,
Is a cesspool really a paradox?
I'm sure you could make the argument that there's a paradox there somewhere.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's very simple. It's very simple to describe. 4chan are internet justice warriors, right? They stand up for what's all that's good in the world in the face of adversity. And then on their downtime, they look at porn. Like, that's all there is to it.
Yeah. And other terrible things.
I mean, porn is a very loose umbrella.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway.
Gotta liberate that internet. I mean,
Dude,
lubricate. I mean,
the
what?
the internet justice warriors.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, at the Justice League headquarters. Oh no, it's the Hall of Justice.
The Hollow Justice.
Dude,
are you
the Hall of
excited?
Justice in Washington D.C.
Are you excited? Are you excited for Man of Steel 2: The Reckoning?
Wait, I thought they already had Man of Steel 2. No.
No.
Oh
Superman versus
wait.
Batman is Man of Steel 2.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard it's like terrible, or it's gonna be terrible. It's
It's
probably
not
gonna be
even
terrible.
Oh my. Wonder Woman's
I
coming
heard
out,
it's
dude.
not even gonna get out. They're not even gonna
It's not even going to be released. They're just spending millions of dollars on just like nothing.
They're not even gonna finish it. They're just gonna pull out.
Is that an Okay.
But what were we talking about? Okay, no. So here's my question. I had a real question.
What? Okay, what?
So, okay, there were the old school Superman movies, right?
Yeah.
And then didn't they do a remake like in the 2000s? Like not 2010,
Yes.
but 2000.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That was the one with the guy, and he was he had the Gatling gun, and Superman was walking at him, and he like crushed a bullet with his eyeball. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? Like
Yeah,
he shot
yeah.
a bullet at his eye, and he's like invincible, and so the bullet hit his eye, and then they made another one.
Yeah, so they did make a sequel for that.
Yes.
Did they make a
No,
trilogy
that
or
wasn't
just
a
stop
sequel.
at two?
That was not a sequel.
Oh, you're saying Man of Steel is the other one.
I'm saying Man of Steel is another Superman reboot.
Okay, so they had the standalone movie in like the early 2000s,
Yes.
and now they have the Man of Steel.
Which is another standalone movie, but now
Right.
has a sequel.
Because the first reboot of Superman was like probably ahead of the time because like the comic book thing became only super huge like late 2000s. Well, like second
Yeah,
half of the 2000s.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't read comics.
No, I'm saying like the movie thing.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Like cuz they've been like rebooting Batman for like basically forever. Like they've
Batman
had
is
some
a
incarnations
reboot.
of Batman.
How many times does the parents have to die? Spoiler alert.
God. Is that? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway.
It's not a spoiler.
Well, no, I'm trying to think like I don't even. I'm pretty sure, like right off the bat, like that's what happens in the first movie anyway,
I
like the new
mean,
trilogy. You
it's a
know,
spoiler for Kid Batman, for
it's a
young
spoiler.
Bruce.
4-year-old Bruce Wayne.
It's a
Like,
spoiler for
goddamn.
Master Bruce. Sorry, your parents die this time too. It's like, oh, maybe this time they won't die. Nope.
Could you imagine like an 8-year-old boy like forced to live through like reality over and over again, and just every time his parents die in a different way?
Oh man,
That would
that sounds
suck,
like an anime I saw once,
dude. Right?
where he goes through all this effort to make sure that his parents don't die, but in the end, Madoka becomes. Oh wait, no, no spoilers.
Oh, I was talking about a different anime.
I
Or
was
maybe
talking
we're
about
talking.
Madoka.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, wow, this has been another.
Wait. There's one more thing we need to talk about. It's
Oh my
important.
god. All right. Okay. All
Can
right.
we
Okay.
talk about the fact that Superman is a terrible superhero?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And I have many thoughts about this.
Because I'm talking about this at camp a lot, because at camp there's a lot of comic book nerds,
Hmm.
and they told me kind of the evolution of Superman and like evolution of Superman and kind of how he got to the way he is today.
Yeah.
And so it was like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time didn't address the fundamental problems that exist with Superman's current incarnation or state or whatever.
Well, I mean, like why do we love Batman? Because he's not a superhero. He's just a guy.
Exactly.
Why do we
He's
love
just the
Spider-Man? Why do we love Spider-Man? Because he can't just do everything. He's got like
No,
problems.
we love Spider-Man because we're in a culture now where being a nerd is awesome, and he's a nerd.
No, no, no. That's not why we like Spider-Man. We like Spider-Man because he has some
Tobey
powers.
Maguire is hot and filled with so much
No,
swag.
shut up. No, we like Spider-Man not because he's a nerd, not because he's a geek, just like trying to get the girl. We love him because he has real problems, and he doesn't have like just this simple way to just like enter God mode
Yeah,
and solve it. He has issues, like
yeah.
he could not, like he was responsible for his uncle's death. Or spoiler
Yeah.
alert. He is
Just
he
like
is
America has issues and was responsible for Uncle Sam's death. Hashtag Spider-Man 2016. I want to see it trending on Facebook.
the year 20XX. Press X if you feel bad for Hungry X. Like, but yeah, that's why we like Spider-Man. We like Spider-Man because the conflicts and the situations are interesting.
Mm.
And there are real problems, real dangers. He cannot
Yeah.
be in two places at once.
He's like definitively not all powerful, like very much.
Yeah.
And like
And
that's
so
that's like part of his
I-
struggle. Part of his struggle is
find
that
it
he goes from
very
being this weak
difficult.
guy.
Yeah, I find it very, very difficult to be engaged and to enjoy the story about a person who is all powerful,
Exactly.
because you have to make it so that like you have to take a power like that sort of powerful situation and somehow make a dilemma out of it.
Exactly. And so here's the thing with Superman. So he's like the character design. Like if you were to come up with a new superhero, like a new story, right? The idea of a character who is invincible, right? And essentially, like you said, he's all powerful. Like you literally basically can't hurt him,
Yeah.
right? Is like terrible. It's terrible character design. And like I know like and basically the background kind of was what's been explained to me is like he didn't start off all powerful, but because he's been literally inventing comic books for like 60 years or whatever,
Right.
like he just slowly power creep. Like they had to slowly give him more and more power, and like slowly like give him more things like to be more interesting. And he kind of like evolved.
All I can think about is Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. And like he had to, keep like getting next level Super Saiyan or whatever, and they're like, there shouldn't be anything above Super Saiyan 2, and it's like, wait, but we did fusion, now there's Super Saiyan 3 and 4 or something like stupid, and
Right.
so like they basically like did that, but over like 60 years with like one character, and so by the end of it he was just like completely invincible, and that's basically the state he is in now, and so like you have bad character when you literally have to create like an artificial element that literally is his only weakness. Like you have to construct something like just to be weakness. That's how you know you have a problem. And so if you have this character who has no weakness, like right, has no vulnerabilities that you can make any sort of interesting struggle or dilemma or hero's journey out of, then
Sounds an awful lot like what I just said.
yeah, then what you have to do is you have to create a moral dilemma. If you can't harm him physically, you have to somehow like if you can't be damaged physically, you have to somehow try and challenge like his morals, right? Or somehow destroy him internally. If you can't destroy him physically, you have to somehow destroy him like internally, right? And they did
Right.
not do that well. Like they did not do that well in the Man of Steel movie, in my opinion.
No.
Like
No. No.
they did it better in Spider-Man, where like remember the part where he's like hanging the two carts or something? Like one of them has like the children, and then one of them has like Mary Jane.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
like that's the sort of thing like you had to do with Superman. Like you had to do something like that, and like they just. But like even then, Superman would just be like, "Oh, well, I'm super fast, so I can save both, no problem, easy peasy." So like it's just like you have to somehow like challenge his morals, and like they
Mm-hmm.
didn't really do it well.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give a moral conflict because you can't obviously create anything that can physically conflict him
Yeah.
significantly.
And I do think the all-time best example of this is probably in The Dark Knight, with like just like the Joker being a complete antagonist to Batman, especially in the interrogation scene when he's making him so mad and so furious, but
Yeah,
like Batman can't do anything with all of his anger. He wants to just like beat this guy's face in and like kill him, but he can't because that would be the opposite of what Batman stands for, which is justice.
exactly. And like so even like that's another example. Like, even in all these other superhero movies, they do the like conflict that Superman needs like better than they did in the Superman movie, which just made I don't know. I
We
don't
should
know.
have a superhero episode and we should get Felix on here.
No, dude, he'd just like poop on all of this stuff. He'd be he'd be like a true wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we wouldn't even be able to talk about anything. We wouldn't be on this level.
I'd be okay with that. It'd just be us learning
Yeah.
for like 50 minutes.
Yeah. All right. I need to go eat dinner because I'm super hungry.
Oh, dude, shouts to Chipotle.
Dude, shout out to Chipotle. Can we talk about that for a sec? No, because I have to go eat.
Oh, I
I
want to
know.
talk about Chipotle.
I know you did. Save it for next time.
Next time on what's the show again?
We don't have a title.
Dragon Ball Z. Goku Chipotle, but not just one burrito, 52 burritos and 93 bowls. And now he's Super Saiyan 52. Tune in next time for more grunting, more shitty dialogue, and more action. Wait. There's one last thing we gotta mention. So I remember like one of the first like really powerful fights between like two really powerful beings. They literally didn't animate it. They literally like they were like, wow, they're moving so fast, we literally can't see them. And
it was just lines on the screen.
They just panned over like a landscape with no figures in it, and just with sound effects.
Lines, right?
What?
It was just
Yeah, and
lines.
occasionally they would show like 3 lines or something to like just 3 straight black lines like represent where someone was.
Wow.
It was like the laziest fucking thing. But you're sitting there as an angel, someone just like, oh my god, they're fighting. It's so intense. You can't even see them. They're so fast and powerful. It's like hilarious. Dude, the shit they were able to pull on us was amazing.
Dude, how fast were they moving? Over 9,000 miles an hour.
Oh my god.
All right, catch you later, buddy. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Dude, peace. Wait. Superman 2016.